Hey guys, how's it going? Today we've got another super exciting Jurassic World review. This is our first 2024 figure we're reviewing on the channel. This is the Jurassic World Epic Evolution Gigantic Trackers Neovenator. And Neovenator is one of my absolute favorite dinosaurs. So I'm very excited we finally have gotten one in the Jurassic World toy line. You know, it's kind of your standard Mattel carnivore as far as the design goes, but it's a Neovenator, and it's one of my favorite dinosaurs, so we're gonna run with it. Yeah, this one's fairly excited. I'm fairly excited to do that, but before we do get into the box overview, make sure you leave me a like, maybe comment, subscribe to the channel, definitely. My goal is by the end of 2024 to be at 500 subscribers. So can we do it? Hit that like button, subscribe, so we can hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year. And maybe one day I'll become monetized. One day. It's gonna be a while. But yeah, the Neovenator, one of my favorite dinosaurs. Always have loved this one, especially the Fossil Fighters version and the Dinosaur King version, and now we've got our own Jurassic World version. I think this is the first time it's shown up in any sort of Jurassic media. So that's kind of cool. Maybe it'll show up in Evolution, I'm not sure. It's definitely a cool dinosaur, but taking a look at the box here, it's got the Jurassic logo here, it's got this new disjointed kind of thing. Usually you would say like Jurassic World here and then the dinosaur, but they've got this disjoint here. Jurassic World, you got this generic Jurassic logo. It does look pretty cool, especially with the speckling on there. Gigantic Trackers, Neovenator, Epic Evolution, it's this new toy line, and you can see the little gear in the O, because, you know, Mattel, they love to introduce a new gimmick every year, and this year it's wheels. Yeah, it's each gimmick on all the figures is activated by spinning a wheel. I get for the sake of innovation, but is it really that hard to just have a button? Like, I think the most innovative has still been the control and conquer kind of 2020 style, where you use the tail to control the dinosaur. I think that's been the most innovative. And I liked the Dominion because you could just push down on it, it was easy. Last year's with the side toggle switch, and then the 2024's with this wheel, it's very complicated and convoluted, but, you know, I'm not a toy designer, so I don't know what I'm talking about. 4+ Mattel is part of the water biome, I'm gonna guess the river biome. It's got this nice blue paint job. There's a couple of these guys at Target. One of them had a really rough looking paint job, so I didn't get that. Paid $25 for this. When I rang it up at the register, I did not expect that, and that is why I'm not going to be getting the Triceratops anytime soon. A, because I think it's a piss ugly figure. B, I'm not paying $25 for Triceratops. Not happening. I have the Habitat Defender. I will review it. I promise I will review the Habitat Defender one day. I promise I'll get around to the rest of the 2023 stuff before I really get into the Epic Evolution, because these are just kind of slowly trickling out, and I don't have a ton of money right now, so I'm only really sticking to ones that I really want. And the Neovenator is one of my favorite dinosaurs, so I picked it up. The back of the box does show off said Triceratops. You got the Jurassic World logo there on that side, and then Epic Evolution on that side. There we go, the back of the box. It says Rampage Attack. You can see the wheels spinning motion. You've got Evolved for Battle. And then there's the Triceratops. There's two versions of this guy. If I ever find the blue one, I'm getting that. I think it looks worse, but I've heard it's rarer, and rarity is something I like. And the gimmick is pretty fun on this one. We'll show it off later. But it's hard to activate. So we're going to go ahead and crack this Neovenator out of the box. I brought my knife from home. Let's get this open. So here is our Neovenator out of the box. Really good physique, really good build on this guy. It's quite bulky, quite nice. I've always loved these $20 figures. They always put a lot of effort into them. Even that Triceratops, God forbid. I promise I'll review the Plesiosaurus and the Beastolver series. I own them, they're back home. They'll get reviewed. Everything will get reviewed in due time. But this one I'm too excited to wait on. So a lot of paint on this guy. He's got like 3 different shades of paint on him, plus the quills. So you got this blue at the front here with this cream underbelly, and moving down you've got the blue and blue there. You got the blue plastic, but then you got the lighter blue speckling. This looks very aquatic, but it also looks very... I've always kind of associated Neovenator with blue because it's the Dinosaur King one. I know the Fossil Fighters one is interesting colored, and this one fits that blue kind of scheme that I'm used to with Dinosaur King. Very cool, though. The teeth are individually sculpted plastic. They go really far back, though. But, you know, that's a stylistic choice. And, yeah. So we're going to go over the articulation, but first we're just going to take a look at this figure. Some real nice glamour shots here. I really do love the paint and the proportions on this. This one does look fantastic. I'm very excited to have it. Just taking a look at the big muscular claws here on this guy. Got nice muscular legs. Head sculpt's the highlight. The body's kind of it's generic Mattel carnivore, but it's not a bad figure, and I'm happy to finally have one of my favorite dinosaurs in the toy line. Taking a look at the articulation, a lot of it's tied to the action feature. You know, the head will move up and down with the action feature. The arms are all tied to the action feature. You see how loose they are. So no real articulation there. Kind of a bummer. Would have liked to have been able to pose them. The tail has your standard Mattel swivel here. And then the legs will move back and forth on a ratchet. Awesome. I love ratchets. Not really. And then the legs will swivel out like that. Not trying to complain. I get it's probably due to the action feature, but ratchet joints are not a favorite of mine. Oh, and then the scan code before I forget it. Scan this on Jurassic World Facts, and you can see the dinosaur on the app. The app should be updated to have this figure. So this guy has 2 action features. Really one. You'll see. So on the box it has this Epic Evolution, and it can evolve for battle. So if you want it to evolve, you pull up on the head, and boom, he has spikes. Now, Neovenator has always kind of had like a crest, but not spikes. I get it's probably for the Epic Evolution thing. It would have been nicer if this was just one solid chunk here. But it's not bad. Now he's battle evolved. I feel he looks a little bit better with it down, a little more naturalistic, but it can come up like that and evolve for battle. And then you've got this pinwheel here. As you can see, there's this wheel on the back that you can spin, and that activates the action feature. It's very similar to the Camp Cretaceous kind of sliders that they did. You spin the wheel, and he'll do some stuff. Which I mean is kind of cool. You can kind of get him to do some interesting things. But basically he'll chomp down, and he'll chomp up. And he can stay in these positions, which I do enjoy. You can kind of get into more dynamic posing. So here it is in the downward position. And here it is in the upward position. I do quite like that. That looks cool. I might display him like this. And then he can just close the jaw and move back down. So yeah, very gimmicky figure. These $20 figures usually are kind of gimmicky, but this is probably the most gimmicky they've ever been. And we've only had 2 of them revealed, being this and then the Triceratops. Then they've announced the other... Not really announced, they got leaked the names of the other ones. I don't remember them. I'll add them in post. The names are, and then, which is kind of cool. The figures haven't been revealed probably as of the uploading of this video. But no, this is fun. I really don't like this pinwheel. I'm sure it'll grow on me. My concern is like a child that's like got small fingers, or like they can't really move it. They might have a hard time with this. And I do like that it can stay locked in place, and it looks super cool. But I could just see this being kind of difficult for a child. Same with the slider, whatever, waggle switches from last year. Last year, it's still 2023. Innovative gimmick, kind of a stupid gimmick in my opinion, but if you really like this, let me know down below. Not a knock against the figure just because of the gimmick. Like, I think this looks cool. I am super glad to have this in the collection. As far as size comparisons go, I've only got Hammond collection in the room. So I've got Dennis Nedry here. I thought he would contrast well with the blue. He'd kind of pop. So you can see the size of the Neovenator. Definitely bigger than a human figure. And then here it is next to the Hammond collection Metriacanthosaurus. As you can see, they're about the same size, but and these figures are similar price points. This is a $20 figure. This is a $25 figure. But yeah, there it is next to the Metriacanthosaurus. I'm gonna start rating figures. I know that's something people would like. I'm gonna go ahead and give this Neovenator 8 out of 10. I think it's a really solid figure, and it's very exciting to be my first figure for 2024. The gimmick, while gimmicky, I do like the posability with it. Would I prefer just standard articulation? Yes, but like, this is fun. But I can see how it can be difficult for people that might be a little more, have like issues with their hands or whatever, just small hands, maybe having a hard time. And then the spikes popping up, it's fine. But for $25, yeah, you could spend it in worse ways. I would pay full retail for this. I clearly did, but like, if you see this one, go ahead and pick this one up. It's 8 out of 10 figure, really good, and I enjoy it, and I think you will too. So that is all for today's review. Thank you for listening and watching all the way through the video. Make sure you please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in another video. Gonna try to get back the weekly upload schedule, and you guys take care. Have a good one.